Alrighty, what is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel for another market update. Hope everybody's having a lovely day. And with that being said, let's get into the TA. All right, guys, we got a disgusting look across the board, but in the end, we are just pulling back to retest some important spots here in SPY and QQQ. But again, guys, we have a really disgusting look across the board. I'm going to, I'm going to outline this disgusting look that we have throughout this video. I do think we get some further downside from here. I'm going to be going over what I am going to be looking for. And if we bounce from here, where are we looking for sellers to step back in? If we fall from here, where are we looking for them buyers to step back in? All right, guys, we're going to cover everything in this video. So let's get into it. We're going to start here with the daily time frame. I am going to point out you do have increasing volume on today's candlestick. You have a bearish engulfing candlestick over here on SPY. QQQ has a bearish engulfing candlestick. You got IWM with a bearish engulfing candlestick, and then we have Mr. DIA also with a not a bearish engulfing candlestick, but just absolutely disgusting candlestick. Okay, guys, I do think it is decently safe to say that we are probably going to head lower. All right. The only thing I am going to point out that could interfere with us going immediately lower is the fact that we have a candlestick that looks extremely similar to this one right here. All right. And then it also looks extremely similar to this one right here. And if you look at what happened over here, all right, like very, very similar to this guy right here, you recovered the next day up into the golden pocket. So if we are to bounce tomorrow, guys, we're looking for sellers to step back in the golden pocket. And then from there, we're looking them to bring you down. That is what I'll be looking for. But I do want to say, I think it's likely, more likely than that we're going to come down here and then bounce from there. Okay. All right. So right off the bat, guys, on the daily time frame, that's kind of what I'm seeing. So you do have your breakout zone here. This is your demand zone. It was being treated as supply. All right. But now it is going to be treated as demand. That's why you had buyers stepping up right there today. Okay. You come over here to QQQ and we have the same exact thing going on over here, except it's all the way down here at 449.34, all the way down to 446.33. All right. I'm not saying we're getting down there. I'm saying it's very likely after the day we just had today. Okay. Now let's come down here to the 15-minute time frame. Let's literally just go over things over here. All right. So let's run through today's price action, guys. I will give you some perfect examples of how you can use this golden pocket in your own trading. All right. So right here, guys. All right. So you had the move up. All right. Move up. You came back down. You found buyers right off the golden pocket to begin with. You had a bounce there. You sold off from there, and then you had a bounce there again. Well, now what can you do? You can now put a second golden pocket on here because we have a low. Once you started bouncing out of that golden pocket, right when you start going like that, you're here, you get to about here. This is usually when I put it on my chart. You then sold off right to a T from your second golden pocket, also aligned with your 531.52 level over here. All right, now that we are back under here, I'm actually just going to add this so we can very clearly see that is your supply zone. That's where sellers are very clearly stepping in every single time up here. All right, you could not hold it. That is not a sign of strength. All right, it is a sign of weakness. Okay, so you did end up selling off from here. You sold down to a new low. Okay, so you broke down under yesterday's low. So if you retest that, guys, that is the first spot you are going to be looking for sellers to be stepping in over here on SPY, and it's going to go something like that. It doesn't have to happen like that, but like, naturally, guys, you had support, all right? It's now going to be flipped into resistance. Demand is now going to be supply, all right? So there's that. But I also will point out you do have this 15-minute bullish divergence going on over here on QQQ and SPY. I think we have it over here on QQ. Yeah, you have the same thing going on over here on QQ's 15-minute RSI. So that is something to point out. And then you come over here to NQ, and you actually did end up burning that today. All right. It was a sick, nasty drop, a 300-point drop. Did I think that one was coming today? No, I did not. All right. I will be completely honest. I did not. I did end up playing that bounce 2D, that bounce 2T. All right. And I did try playing this thing down here. All right. And it just kind of pissed me off in the end. And I got to recoup some of what I lost right here. All right. We're still ending the day up, but oh boy. All right. I had a killer day turn into a subpar mediocre day. That was that. All right. They killed you. Okay. They killed you over here on NQ. But now we're going to come back over here to QQQ. All right. I'm going to point out right now, you are in your golden pocket. If you're taking it from here to here, you're right here. You're finding buyers in that golden pocket. All right. So that is a positive sign. You do have the 15-minute bullish divergence. Okay. So now where are we going to be looking for sellers to step back in? Let's go like that. Not too concerned on that level right there. I like that one right there. Okay. And if you really want, you can add a zone to that. Go something like that. That is what I like to do. I don't like cluttering my charts too much with these levels. So I use the zones, guys. I use the zones. All right. This level is not being respected. We're going to take that off right there. That was your support. You sliced right down through it. And you had buyers stepping in exactly where they needed to do. All right, guys. So this is why we use the golden pocket. It kind of gives you a very clear game plan. If buyers are going to step in, they hold the golden pocket. 0.786 fib is always going to be your line in the sand. All right. Just like we discussed that in SPY, you have the same thing go on over here on QQQ. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So you found sellers in that golden pocket, and now you sold down to this, from this whole move up here. Okay. I'm just saying, I think we bounce out of here, but I think you are heading lower. So that is just my opinion right there. Doesn't have to be how that goes. Was this all just one giant fake out? It could have been, but I'm going to point out some charts that suggest that that is probably not going to be the case. All right. I do think we're going to go down for a higher low. Okay. So I'll make that very clear. I do not think you're about to do that. I think worst case scenario here, I actually already pointed this out over the last few trading sessions. Okay. We're watching right down here, 433.76 on QQ. And then we're going to watch right there. All right. 442.15. That is what we are going to be watching over here on QQ. If this zone cannot hold right here. So game plan does not have to go like this, but let's give some scenarios. First things first, you do have this. If you give this up, all right, we probably are just going to come straight down here. All right. So that is that. Take off that magnet. All right. Game plan. Up here, you got your supply zone. You're also going to have your golden pocket right above. Okay. This, if I see it, I will like it. Okay. And you're genuinely, guys, you're just looking for the freaking bullish divergence to get put in right down here. I understand it's up here. Right here, you're in no man's land. You had support here. You sold off. Okay. I understand. You reclaimed it. But the next support under is over here. So I have to assume you're probably going to make it down to this next support. Excusez-moi. It's just eating that beef jerky because I'm being lazy today and I want to get easy protein in. That's how it is, guys. A little cheat. If you're willing to go spend like $12 at Walmart, go to any Walmart. Are you going to buy the big bag of beef jerky? You're going to freaking buy that thing. All right. It's going to be like $12. You're going to eat that thing, 10 whole freaking servings. And it's going to be like exactly 100 grams of protein. All right. There you go. If you're a big dude like me, all right, and you need to eat like around 200, 220 grams of protein. All right. 20 on the high end. You really don't need that much. Or we're going to actually say for someone who's 220, you're going to probably need like, 170. We're going to say 170 to 200 grams of protein. You're going to be completely fine. All right. That's going to cover most of it. From there, you just need one protein-packed meal. You can literally eat pasta at that point and throw a little chicken in there, all right? Get that, and there you go. And then guess what? You're still going to have a bunch of leftover calories there. So then go enjoy yourself. Get your carbs and fats in, all right? Go enjoy it. That's what I'm doing today. That's why we went with the beef jerky. Plus, I was really triggered, guys. All right, I was feeling euphoric today. All right, I was nailing NQ earlier. And I even got a little short action here. All right. But what I did, I tried starting along. All right. I actually started trying to long. I want to say, yeah, right here. Okay. And then I got out just in time because I was like, guys, this is a trappy thing. I'm not going to play it. Okay. Well, I tried it again right here. Again, stopped out. All right. And then I started trying all the way down here. Okay. And that is when, yeah, it was on this candle. That is when, oh, sweet baby Jesus, all right? Did that, got the average down somewhere over here, and we made it out alive. But I'm not happy with how things went. All right, not happy about that. So that is why we went and got beef jerky. I was so pissed. I was like, holy jeez, they're killing this thing. I mean, it is what it is, guys. It really is what it is. You can't really be mad at the market because the market's going to do what the market's going to do. So if you are getting mad at it, take a step back, realize like, hey, you did something wrong, okay? And you got to go figure out what that wrong thing, because you shouldn't be getting that at the market, all right? You just shouldn't. That's that. All right, guys. But over here on SPY, that is your path right there. You're looking for sellers to step in right there, or if they don't step in there, you're looking for them to step in right there, okay? So these are my paths moving forward. All right, you got that going on. We're looking for a 15-minute bullish divergence somewhere in the zone down here. 524.61, guys. I told you that was the spot we were looking to be retested. It is now just about got retested. The low is 524.72. We know where buyers are. This is going to be your demand zone, okay? If you sell through it, that is not going to be a good look, but I am just going to say, all right, where is my freaking magnet? I'm blanking there, okay? You're watching there. You're watching here. All right, and actually, we're just going to move that right there. All right, so over there, you're just going to be watching, all right? Nah, we're not going to use that level. That is too close to the other one. I don't like it, okay? I'm going to use this guy right here. Oh, this is what I was... Okay, I was going to say, it was not so close before. All right, so if you cannot hold 527.5, you are looking for 515.30. If you cannot hold there, you are looking for 510.75. And at that point, you will have a golden pocket test on your hands. I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but you see this. This is your loading opportunity. You missed this run. All right. I highly doubt this is going to be the case. And if you are going to get bearish on this and say a big drop is coming, it's going to go like this. All right. And it's going to happen right here. If you see it, it's going to happen right here. And you're going to get to play this. That's a 10+ point bounce over here in SPY. That's a lot of points on ES. Okay. It's going to be a lot of points on NQ. That's a freaking lot of points even here on SPY for your options. Okay. You're bullish if you get down here. That's what I want to make very freaking clear, right? Yes, opportunity is a knock-in right here. But guys, all right, there's a chance you don't hold that, and your next massive like I say, massive opportunity, because this is clear as day. Bearish or bullish from right here, you're looking for this, okay? Either come down here and you go like that, all right? Or you come down here, you go like that. Both of those are massive freaking moves, okay? Both of those have chances to bring you hundreds of percents, okay? Guys, I swear I've been listening to so much freaking book maps that I swear I was in the bathroom today and I started hearing book maps in my head, all right? I started hearing pop, 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 pop. Like, you know, the little bubbles popping up. I swear, I'm like, who the fuck has book map? No one else here trades. No one's got book maps open. I'm like, what's going on? All right. I went a little freaking crazy. Today, all right? But I was like, holy Jesus, that's how you know I've been, holy Jesus. I have been trading these futures nonstop with book maps open, I guess. I guess that's what that says. It's in my head, okay? It's in my head. All right. Regardless, guys, that's what you're paying attention to over here on SPY and QQQ. All right. It's a pretty similar picture. So let's get rid of all this crap. Okay. Let's get rid of all the crap. How did our SPY one go? All right. And keep in mind, this doesn't have to happen. And these are the two paths if you get down here. Okay. These are two paths. We're going to move that guy right there. All right. It's not going to take that much time to get down there if we get down there. All right. But I think, guys, you know, NVIDIA wasn't falling today and the market was, you know, taking a deep dive. All right. If the beast decides to roll over, I think it's like 5% of the NASDAQ. Okay. It's like 25% of SMH over here. Okay. If it rolls over, you're going to get SMH retesting right here. Okay. You're going to get QQQ coming down here. So now let's make our QQ path. All right. So this was your last impulsive move. All right. If you guys want to, I get a lot of questions in the comments, like, you know, pretty constantly on how to use the golden pocket. And then a few Twitter guys, just know if I don't answer you on Twitter, okay, it is truly because I don't check those DMs. Okay. I see people like they message me over there, but it's like so much later. And I'm like, crap, I did not see this. I don't check those DMs. I'm sorry, guys. All right. I really don't. There's a few people I DM in there, but there's definitely a crap ton of just unopened DMs. So I apologize for that. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. I'm going to be honest. I got a decently busy schedule and yeah. All right. Stuff is, I'm not going to say stressful, but I'm definitely, I cram Yeah, I cram. That's the perfect word for that. Okay. Guys, first things first, right here. That's a possibility. Second thing second, you don't hold here. That's a possibility. And then you got this. All right. Let's say it's going to go back up for the lower high. All right. Bear case right there. There's your bear case. All right. That's the bear case. We're not going to talk about that right now because that's out of the question right now. All we're looking for is our next bounce. All right. We're now pulling back. We're looking for the next bounce. When the buyer's going to step back in, eh? When are they going to do so? Either right here, or right here. This isn't too much of support, but I will point out you have a 1, you have a 2, you have a 3. Chomp. All right. You guys remember that freaking commercial of the lollipop where he's, and how many licks did it take to get to this center of a Tootsie Pop? A 1, a 2, a 3. Chomp. All right. So you guys, yeah. All right. Honestly, guys, I hope you guys had a banging day. Even though I got a little frustrated at the market at the end of the day, I'm going to be honest, it was freaking a great day. And I hope you guys had an absolute lovely day. All right? I really do. I hope you guys killed it in the gym. I hope you killed it, you know, in your own life. I hope you killed it at work. I hope you killed it in the market. All right? I hope you killed it. So right here, guys, you know, you do have a decent amount of support here, but guess what? You're going to have the golden freaking pocket down here. All right. So, hey, you give this up. I give it solid odds you're going to come down here. But of course, guys, we're going to be watching right here. And if you get that 15-minute bullish divergence, wherever you get that 15-minute bullish divergence, we are looking for a bounce. Okay. So that bullish divergence can pop up right here. Okay. It could go something like that. And we're going to be looking for that. It could come up down here. Okay. And then we're looking for that. And it probably would go something like this. You'd probably bounce here, bounce up there. I know it's a little sloppy. Let's get rid of that guy. Okay. We're going to have a few different paths here. Okay. I understand. All right. Right there. You're going to have a bullish divergence being put in. And you know, guys, because this is all the way down here, I have to assume, guess what? Actually, if we get either of these paths, this is exactly how it's going to look. It's going to come down here. It's going to undertake that low, right? This thing is sitting decently high. So if you fall down here, you're probably undercutting this. And from that point, I think we're going to form a bullish divergence. I will be waiting on it, okay? When you get an oversold RSI, there is a chance you just bounce back up. But when you're getting a full-on, you know, move down like this, your bounces typically come from the bullish divergences, okay? They typically come from these. You had one right there, low, higher low, low, lower low. There you go. Oh, you want to see it? Actually, did you avoid one right here? Or did you slightly frippin' got it, all right? So low, higher low over there, lower low over there, all right? So, you know, guys, we typically do see these happen. And when you get the 15-minute bearish divergence as well, that is also when you're going to be looking for those sells, okay? We did end up having that. It's kind of been grinding here, but, you know, we technically did end up having that. We had a sell-off. Now, I will definitely say right here, you had the 15-minute bearish divergence. I'm not going to really say it was all that today. We definitely just had an NVIDIA earnings today, and that threw the market for a ride. All right. It was definitely an anomaly type of day. Okay. Nonetheless, honestly, in the morning, at least, the price action was extremely clean. I loved it. Okay. I loved it. So there was that. Okay. So you have these two scenarios right there. And then the last one, okay? That, all right? I think. Honestly, actually, we're going to go like that. I think if you hold right here, I think it's much more likely that you go up for a new high, okay? If you don't hold there, then you open yourself up to this. What I was talking about, your bear case scenario. At that, I know there's a lot of lines here, so let's just make you a white. We'll make you a blue, make you a green, just so everyone can clearly see the paths here, okay? You have a blue, you have a white, okay? You have a green path. Two involved, you're really holding up here. One involves you coming all the way down here, guys. That is a ways to freaking go, okay? If you get that, it opens the scenario where you could sell off from here and do that, okay? So from there, we watch this golden pocket. Okay, this next one that will be developing. It's not there yet, guys. It's not there yet. So don't you worry. Okay? What did I just delete, though? What was I looking for? Where is this golden pocket being drawn from? Oh, I did the same thing twice. I see. Okay, never mind, guys. Never mind, okay? Forget about it. Forget about it. All right, guys. So, I think we covered everything over here on SPY, guys. All right, those are really the paths that I'm paying attention to. I'm going to be watching that golden pocket. All right, covered over there on QQQ. Let's just go. Oh, come on. Come on. Let me do that. Let's get rid of that. All right. And let's do the same exact thing we just did on QQ, except on SPY. Okay. And guys, if you bounce back from here, you were looking for sellers in the golden pocket. So that scenario, number one, I think this is the most likely here. Okay. That you get what I pointed out in the beginning of the video, where we had those other two green the massive red dildo candlestick looking, candles over there. All right, guys. So July top, and then also what we got over at this top. That candle right there, see how you recovered the next day? Well, that could happen this time around too. And then we look for sellers there. And then, honestly, guys, I think that opens you up to go down here. Okay, so that's, most likely scenario here is you do recover here and then you sell off. From there, we do have to see if you're going to get buyers stepping in the zone, because this has been a zone we're watching for buyers stepping the whole time. So far, they're holding the zone. Okay, holding your breakout zone. But if they don't, then you're looking for down here, okay? And, it could go that. It could, go that. Maybe we get a fat, nasty gap down. I don't know. Maybe go something like that, all right? And then you recover all the way up there, okay? And then lastly, maybe you go like that, which I think that's a little drastic here. I personally don't even think this thing's going to get all the way down there. But it is definitely a possibility, all right? So we'll talk about it. We will be prepared for these things, all right? And guys, sometimes people get mad in the comment sections, all right? Like, I am just letting you know. I give several scenarios every day. It is literally your job. If you are going to come onto this channel and try and follow price action with me, it is your job to pay attention, okay, to where we are going, okay? Like, what the reaction is going to be. We talk about all the potential scenarios here. We definitely do. It's not it's not one way or the other. It's like, hey, all right, you have three freaking paths here. Either, it doesn't matter which one we take, we're going to probably get one of them. All right. Now, the big outlier here is if today was literally just a break and retest off of here and you're going straight up here. That's your fourth scenario. I highly doubt that is going to be the case. That's why I'll make that one red. It's unlikely. All right, I give it like a 5% chance that happens. What are these white levels, by the way, guys? These are just fib extensions because you did break out to a new high up here. So I do think that is where we're heading. I think it's very likely that we're going to be heading up to a new high after this pullback is done, which is why I outlined at the beginning of the video. If you see this opportunity, you buy this opportunity. It doesn't matter if you're bearish or bullish on the market. This is the thing that I will consider easy money right here. This is, you buy in here, you probably have a sweet 200, 300% gain on your hands, depending what ticker you want to use. Okay? There's that. Now let's go over some individual tickers. Let's actually point out over here on Mr. VIX, guys. Mr. VIX did end up popping above that trend line today. That is something to pay attention to. All right, we've been watching this long-term. I guess we'll call it long-term. It's been like 2 months, right? No, it's been a month and a half. I'm bugging. Month and a week, actually. Month and a week. We'll call it a month, all right? You've had this downtrend going on for a month. You're finally breaking out of it, all right? What happened when you had this downtrend over here, all right? You broke out, you're doing that. So you didn't technically break out, but you have what looks to be something like that, All right, so there is that. VIX could be spiking up, and honestly, guys, I welcome it. Why? Because this low volume environment sucks, all right? And I think we all can agree on that. We like volatility as traders, okay? We want the bigger moves. I understand sometimes, the market could be trappy when we have a higher volatility environment, but it also will provide you with a lot more trading opportunity instead of the chop that will probably just piss you off throughout the day, unless you're a scalper using the freaking 3, 5, and the 10-minute EMA, guys. I love those things, okay? I'm just letting you guys know. 15 is actually also something I watch. You know, when you reclaim one, guys, you're going to go to the next time frame you watch. When you reclaim that one, you're going to go to the next one. All right. That's, you know, really how I've been scaling out of my NQs. I've been, you know, using that 9 EMA. I really freaking like it. It's for the scalps. All right. So, you know, low volatility environments, it actually was amazing for that. Okay. Today, all right, I'm going to be honest. I wish we did have that low volatility environment instead of freaking getting your 300-point drop. All right, I'm gonna be honest, but you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is, guys. It really is what it is. IWM, we're gonna cover that, then we will cover some setups, and I'm just gonna expose myself, guys. We are going to be covering only Bitcoin setups today. All right, so crypto setups is really the only thing I'm interested in right now. All right, so we'll cover some other, you know, big boys here, but I'm not gonna point out any trade ideas on them. They, you know, honestly puts might be the move on some of these big boys there. But yeah, crypto, I think, is the thing with the setup right now. All right, so IWM did just come, you know, flat down here. Okay, you did find your buyers in the beginning of the day there. But as you see, you completely faded through it by the end of the day. All right, so let's declutter this chart. You see how you never broke out from there. That is what I was thinking was going to be likely off the open. You did not end up doing that. Okay, you did not catch your, you know, you didn't go with the other indices. Okay. You had a much bigger gap up over here. All right, IWM, they all had this candlestick right here. You didn't break the downtrend. Okay, and from here, guys, you actually did have a picture perfect break and retest. Okay, and then you again sold off through this low, and boom, boom, boom. You had a hammer candlestick. That was actually where I think on QQ I was saying things are trappy, because we printed two freaking hammers over here, guys. What the heck is that? Two hammers, then you died. All right, two 15-minute hammers, buyers showing in, and in my head I'm like, oh, they're about to soak this thing and it could get ugly. I was like, jump ship, Henry, jump ship. Doesn't matter if you're down like $100, get out of there. All right, get out of there. Okay, SMH, guys, if you pull back, you're literally going to be watching this. Okay, you're gonna watch right here, 2 3 5 11, and you're watching down here at this zone. Okay, so that's going to be that. But guys, you also do have a break and retest off the all-time high right now. So NVIDIA is going to be dictating where we go on that one. But IWM, where are you paying attention to? I know we have an absolute crap ton of levels here. We're just going to delete all of them because, you know, guys, it's a relevant price action if it's above us. All right, like that far above? No, let's clean up the freaking chart. All right, right here is where you're paying attention to. Your golden pocket. All right, will very likely prevail in this situation, which is going to align with 241. If you see 241, start to get bullish again on IWM. And that'll be that. Your 4-hour RSI will also be oversold if you get down here. So that is something that, you know, guys, like I said, if you get down here on some of these things, you're looking for buyers, okay? You're looking for buyers. IWM, that might be a little canary in the coal mine type of thing over there. All right, now let's talk about the big boy himself, NVIDIA, guys. I mentioned to the Discord today, all right? You get like a blow off top kind of scenario. If the video were to push up and then put in like a upper wick and put in a shooting star candlestick, you did, or a spinning top, you did end up getting that large upper wick off of heavy volume. Okay, now it is the beast. We have literally seen these things just get soaked before, and you go decently freaking higher. Or you could not do that, all right? But there's a big gap up with the shooting star. It also becomes a spinning top there. All right, guys, like, that's not a spinning top. It's a shooting star. Regardless, guys, you're paying attention to the break and retest here. It's going to align with that uptrend. That is where I would expect buyers to step in right here, okay? I don't know if you go higher from there or lower, okay? Like a lower high. I don't know. Okay, all I do know is that you had resistance, 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 resistance. Sellers, 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 sellers. You're going to come back and you're going to have buyers. Buyers prevailed this time around. You're now going to have buyers. That is their spot to go. Okay, and if they don't step in there, you're looking for that move right there. Okay, which the exact level is going to be 918.06. That is what you're going to be paying attention on the downside over on NVIDIA. All right, then you got Mr. AMD over here, guys. And this is what I was saying. Some of these charts, they're not looking the best, okay? They're really not. You had heavy volume on today. You had a bearish engulfing candlestick. You sold off from the break and retest. This is honestly a picture-perfect short setup that, you know, I'm salty that I didn't take, all right? There's that. This looks so sexy, though. Break and retest, golden pocket test. You broke up from the downtrend. You literally ran, like, the golden pocket is created from the retracement of this downtrend. That's where I drew it. All right. This is such a picture perfect chart right here. Now you are at the daily 9. I think it's very likely you sell through that. All right. And we're going to be paying attention to over here. Going to be down there. All right. 148.78 is what you're paying attention to now on AMD. You do have this level right here. It could turn into a break and retest, but guys, you know, this is not a good look. All right. So there's that. Definitely not a good look. Now let's talk about some tickers over here. Mr. Mara. All right. Well, first thing, I guess we should talk about the bit of corn. All right. Bitcoin. Break and retest right here. Daily 9 EMA test. All right. And you could come down here. This is like the risk here. You either find buyers right here, like you are right now, and you push up from there, or you're going to come all the way down here and you come and revisit this trend line / also this trend line, which is your inverse head and shoulders neckline. All right. It's going to be a long-term downtrend here. It's been for months and months and months. Okay. By that, I mean a whole ass 222 days. Okay. Not exact, but you know, over 200 days. You've been respecting this thing. I think it's going to be respected if you test it again. That is that. All right. So let's talk about some miners. CLSK, guys, you're coming right into this trend line. I was going to cut my last CLSK call. I cut most of them on this guy over here. All right. But guess what? All right. This thing's literally retesting this downtrend. I think this thing's setting up. All right. So CLSK, guys, this was set up. Do you see this arrow? All right. I drew the arrow up there. I think it was actually when I was recording yesterday's video. All right. And then you got coin. All right. Coin's also coming into this. This is honestly something that I am going to go big on if I see it right down here. Okay. If I see coin down, we'll call it 212, 210 to 212. Guys, I'm going to put like 2K on coin. All right. I'm going to open up a swing trade on coin, and it's going to be decently heavy. And yeah, we're going to look for this move up here. All right. So picture perfect, guys. All right. If you've been following the channel, you know this was the exact place we were looking for sellers to step in. And then we were looking for this potentially to be the case, or you're just going to explode higher from there and go to 264.30. It looks like you got scenario number 1 where we get a chance to play an inverse head and shoulders and a break and retest off this falling wedge. Guys, this thing is extremely bullish. Let's be bullish on it. All right. There's no reason to be bearish on these things. Okay. That's why overall, guys, I think we're going to have a higher low here on the indices. There's also the cycles guy, okay, on Twitter that I follow, and he says that S&P 500 has a major low incoming on the 24th. All right. Well, he doesn't call it major low. I call things a major low. Major lows and minor lows. Okay. You want to know what a minor low is? Minor low. You want to know major low is? Major low. Well, minor low, major low. It really actually also depends what time frame you're looking at. Like, you know, you can call that a major or minor low depending on what time frame you're looking at. See what I see? Major low on the 15-minute time frame. All right. All of these other ones are minor lows. How I see it. Okay. You guys can all do your own thing. That is just, you know, everything I share, guys. Just know this is all just my opinion. This is just what goes on in my head. I understand everybody thinks differently. Everyone got different strategies and stuff like that. This is just what I have found to work. So I hope you guys can benefit from that too. All right. That is really the only goal here. So I hope people can benefit from this stuff. I think people do. Okay. So I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. There you go. All right. But Mara, Coin, CLSK, they're setting up. Mara, guys, I would have wanted to see a hammer candlestick print off of here, but now I think we're just going to revisit this golden pocket right here. So that is that. But, you know, my attention, guys, on this pullback is going to be coin, CLSK. I already played that thing. I already pulled the bag out of that. I'm going to try and, well, I mean, I played this too, but, you know, CLSK, I'm going to be honest. This thing, it's probably still going to explode, but coin is definitely the thing that's going to benefit the most from Bitcoin shooting up to all-time highs, because coin is not a miner. Coin is how everybody buys it. All right. Not everyone's going to buy the bit of corn and Ethereum and all these things through Coinbase. Okay. But the vast majority of people are. So Bitcoin gets to an all-time high, coin next leg up. That's my call. All right. So that's that. That's what I'll be looking for. Obviously, we will play things as things go. Okay. If it doesn't want to make a new high, it doesn't want to make a new high. Obviously, if you're getting calls down here, you scale out into here. You scale out into here, and you have runners for this. Okay? So game plan, enter. Exit, 1/3. Exit, 1/3. Runner. Okay? Through this zone right here, runner. Oh, look at that. Coin. That's going to be me up there. All right. I have my big feet. Okay. Let's get a shirt on us because, you know, we're naked right now. There you go. Let's put on some pants. Nice. That does not. Looks like a nutsack right there. All right, let's move on. There you go. Got the little smiley face. That was me. All you got to know. I'll be smiling on the top. Okay. There you go. All right, guys. So that's pretty much it. CELH, you did continue to sell off. You see these paths right here. I'm still paying attention to them. This is one you could be paying attention to as well. I think this thing will continue to pay as long as we're patient on these setups. Okay. Setup. Okay. Right here, honestly, if you want the short setup, it's there. But let's actually also look at it this way. You have potential inverse head and shoulders formation right there. It doesn't matter where you put in that high or low. You're going to have an inverse head and shoulders. It doesn't matter if it's here or here. You're going to have it. It's bullish structure for continuation. SMCI, actually, I'll also point this one out. This is why, you know, we could get a massive sell, but I don't think it'll be a massive sell. I think if NVIDIA returns over here, I think you're literally just going to get that. By the way, guys, split was called, okay? Split was called. I did say if NVIDIA beat earnings, I think we probably, you know, would get, I think I said 1020, 1040. If NVIDIA announced split, I think we go straight to 1100. We did not go straight to 1100, right? I'll point that one out. We did not get up there. We were pretty far away from that one, right? Yeah, were we easily $30 away? That's not so bad, right? That's not so bad. We could have been more wrong there. Okay. But yeah, guys, SMCI, honestly, overplaying the video, I would, you know, and probably will buy this retest down here if I get the chance over here in SMCI. I think this thing's going to be really freaking good. Okay. Like really good in the near term future. Guys, this thing, I've been calling this out. I've been calling it out since down here. I said this downtrend here, this was the spot to play. This was the spot you're paying attention to. This has been, you know, more than a 2-month downtrend. I highly doubt it's going to last for a week and a half and you're going to go back down into your downtrend. All right. I think if you come down here, you're going to get a this. Okay. You're going to get a this. There you go. Into the golden pocket we go. And guess what? How big is that move? If you get to play that, it's a big move. It's a $230 move. Oh, that's craziness. Crazy. All right. So if you see it, all right, have some fun with it. Meta, guys. All right. It is loading. It did not hold its breakout from this morning. You got above that trend line for ever so little time. All right. We're talking like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15. And then you sold straight through. Right. So we do know this is where sellers are, you know, at right now. Excuse moi. All right. But this is just another one of those charts that suggests to me, guys, even if you pull back, it's still just going to be bullish. Okay. We're not bearish in this thing. This thing looks like it's getting ready for a big move up. That's just my opinion. Microsoft, you did sell from the high. I will not deny. You see where that arrow is, though? All right. Well, you know what? Yeah, you did break out to new high. But in reality, you look like you're still going to fall this arrow. Watch for the retest off of 418.35. That's what I'm paying attention to. Apple, all right? You're breaking retesting your previous high right there, 187. If you cannot hold here, the next stop, golden pocket, 185 down to 183. That's what you're paying attention to. In the end, if you can get this, I say long it. All right. I say odds will be in your favor. Long the beast. Okay. You know, I guess Apple hasn't really been a beast recently. It's been a piece of poop. But you will have this inverse head and shoulders formation here. And if you want to see, boom, boom, boom. All right, guys. So bullish structure across the board, honestly. That's kind of how I'm seeing it. Like in the short term, everything kind of looks awful and it looks like it's going to continue a little lower. But you're freaking bullish on the pullback, all right? And I think you would be silly not to be because of what I'm pointing out here in this video. Pan W, find buyers at the lower trend line of that channel, all right? BABA, okay? Buyers either step in here or they probably step in at the zone, all right? I'm not going to try it out here. This thing looks disgusting to me. It looks like it's continuing lower, all right? But I just might try it out here because I wanted to over here. I got 2 shots and I didn't have the cojones before. Yeah, honestly, guys, we're going to have so many great setups, though. BABA in the past, I feel like, has not treated me the best. Okay, but this is a massive downtrend break, right? This move is probably just getting started. Let's be completely real. This is 266 days of downtrend, okay? Of this specific one, let's just keep in mind, all right? You've been dying for quite some time over here on BABA. It might be the year of China coming up, okay? Might be. But on the weekly chart, guys, let's just move this arrow down here. This thing don't look bad at all. Okay. You exploded through here, rejected at the golden pocket. You know, I told you guys, things don't go straight up. Over here, it's going to retest here and here. All right, things are looking juicy. You got the inverse head and shoulders, neckline retest. All right, guys, so I am going to close the video out with that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed my time with you. I hope you guys enjoyed the time with the chats. All right, and everybody have a lovely rest of your day. I appreciate you, and peace.